Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you around Maui and I'm going to be telling you some of the best stops that you need to visit. Right now we are at the Maui airport and we just arrived. So we're going to head out, get a resort and everything. And the resort we picked out was Kama'ole Sands. Now we walk out, walk around the airport, get a car, I don't know. But I am going to tell you about 15 amazing stops that you cannot miss if you're going to Maui. So, first off, we had to get out of here, just settle in and everything, and then the next day we would head out. So, we decided to choose a resort that was mostly attached with nature, and then of course it had to be really cozy and feel like home and whatever. But yeah, this is the resort. It is absolute greenery. It's called Kama'ole Sands, as I said earlier, and it was nice playing around in the backyard for a bit, and they even designed flowers and everything. I love how they trimmed it all. It honestly makes a really nice addition. So we decided to go to some of the stops. This is the first stop. It's called Hookipa Beach Park, but it's one of the best turtle sighting areas. Here you can see Hawaiian green turtles, and it's an amazing place for snorkeling. When you snorkel, you can just dive your head down and see a bunch of turtles, and even from above, the turtles just pop their heads out for a bit. And we saw 7 or something today for just 10 minutes. And then here we started on our Hana drive, and of course the famous Twin Falls has to be there. It's one of the first stops that I would recommend you not missing. So continuing along with the Hana drive, this is one of the best drives I have ever gone with. It has so many curves and edges right on the brink of oceans and mountains, and it's just a whole mix of the two. And then this is Hanaui Falls. It's one of the stops in the middle, and it is absolutely stunning. The mist and the mountain with 2 big waterfalls in the background. It's just it feels like you're in some sort of dream. You can't really get enough of it. It's just, instead of cities and towns, this is just nature, and will always be nature going on. That's what it feels like. And then the amount of mist clouding over the town just makes it seem like a nice haze and everything. This is Waialua Falls, and you could just drive by here and take a photo or two or something. But it was one of the stops in the road to Hana. This is Haleakalā National Park. This is the black sand beach. This really small black sand beach in the middle, and then there's a bunch more to explore here. There's a million different trees and everything, and it looks really interesting. But anyways, continuing with our drive, I've listed a bunch already, about 5, and there's a lot more that you will need to know. And our next stop will be this it's a colored lake. I have no idea what the name is, but it was absolutely stunning. Who would have ever thought you could have this purple water? And to some, it looks like it's stained with blood. But I have no idea what causes this phenomenon, and I am hoping I can research more into it. Next to this lake, there's this whole bridge that we walk through a lot of, but after a while, we came back because, it was pretty boring. But there was a bunch of little boards with facts and everything. You could always go further and further along. And then in the background, you can see those mountains, which is another stunning part of this. And then the next thing I'm going to show you is called Red Sand Beach. It's a really calm place where you could snorkel, dive, and everything at your own risk. And then this is Bloo Park. This was one of my favorite parts because we did a really nice hike over here, and then honestly nice to see that in the distance. I've never seen this normally, and to be honest, it's a sight to behold, and it's just stunning. Like, we stood there for like 20 minutes, or even half an hour, just to watch this. It's like phenomenal. I have no idea what causes these blowholes, but either way, I'm glad that they were created. Other than the fact that you should not get too close to them or you will probably die. But other than that, Blowhole Park was one of my favorite parts of the trip. You can see that you're standing just by the ocean, and the blowhole sends a stream of mist into like that big crevice between the rocks. And then more about Hana Drive, as we did this drive for like a few hours max, lots of stops in the middle, and as we went at the end there, as we reached somewhere further near the end, there's a bunch of like one-way roads, and it was scaring me because it's just literally one road, and if you meet a car in front of you, there's nothing you can do. One of you has to back up like a lot to one of those sideway stops. But other than that, if you're in the middle of those two sideway stops, it means there's a lot of distance in between them, and there's no way you can get out of that situation. You cannot back up in this really curved road. But yeah, other than that, I really loved Hana Drive, one of my favorite drives overall. Definitely because it was all curved, thrilling adventure, stunning drive right by the beach and the mountain on the other side. I am still, I'm still kind of mesmerized at how these phenomenons are created. But continental plates are continental plates. But really, if you were going to Maui, the first thing I would say, even if you were there for like an hour, maybe a day, I would say explore the entire Hana Drive, because that is like the best part of Maui. It's the one thing that I loved about Maui, personally. Like my favorite part about Maui. And then this is like one of the more dangerous zones, and near this zone was the one-way, literally just the one roads. There were one-lane bridges too. Like, so if you wanted to go, you had to let a person go first and then you'd go, which is another really thrilling fact. And right here is Black Rock Beach. This is Turtle Beach, and you could always just come here and find random turtles just sunbathing. It was really cool. They look so big. Like, I felt like they could like carry me. But the thing is, we're not allowed to touch them. I really wanted to touch one of them, to be honest. I sat there and stared at one for 5 minutes. And it opened its eyes like 8 times or something. It's a great place to swim to, or go snorkeling. And the beach is just really nice, to be honest. We spent a lot of time here, and most of that time was spent by me staring at the turtles that were sunbathing. And then as we were nearing evening or nighttime, we went out, and another thing Maui is famously known for is food. Literally culinary delicacies, and a bunch of food trucks stay around this late at night to serve dinners and everything. But it's weird to think that a place that has so much nature was renowned for food trucks, but here we are, and nothing we can do to change that. But it was absolutely stunning how many food trucks were gathered here, and how many things you could just like get. And last but not least, this is Waialapaina Beach. This is the beach next to our resort, and it was beautiful. To be honest, I really enjoyed this trip in Maui. I wish I could do it all over again and do so many things different. But anyways, guys, I hope you liked the video. Bye, and see you in my next video.